Morning, students. Hope you all are good and staying at your home safely. So, students, yesterday I had explained you the first two pages of the chapter, The Little Girl. So, I just give you a quick review of this chapter so that you will get to know what the chapter is about. So, as I told you, this is a short story written by Catherine Mansfield, and the story is about a little girl who is initially afraid of of her father and avoid him. However, her feelings for her father changes in the end from fear to understanding, and she is happy to find that her father is not a figure to be feared, but a person to be adored or loved. And I just give you a quick review of the first two pages of the chapter also, that I had explained you yesterday that Casey was a little girl who lived with her parents and grandmother. She did not like her father because of his overbearing attitude. So long father remained at his office, she feel relaxed, and but the moment he came home, she would start feeling uncomfortable. She never stuttered with other people but failed to speak properly in front of him. Also, he appeared to her as a harsh, rude, and critical. He was like giant for Cassie, but mother would encourage her to go near father in the drawing room when he came home from the office and take off his shoes like a good girl. Casey would turn so nervous, but there was no way out. So she cannot disobey her mother, as I told you. And when she would take off his shoes, he would ask if she had been a good girl that day or not. Cassie's grandmother wanted her to understand her parents better and would ask her to go to drawing room to chat with them on Sunday. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa. And one day, grandmother told Casey that father's birthday was next week, and so she suggested her to make a pin cushion for a gift. So yesterday I had explained you till there, and she was suffering from a cold, so she was unable to go to her school. So her grandmother told her that her father's birthday is coming, and that is in next week. So why don't you give a gift to your father? So she advised her to make a pin cushion. Now laboriously. Now I'll explain you the paragraph 5th. Laboriously, with a double cotton, the little girl stitched three sides, but what to fill it with? That was the question. So Casey started making her gift, and that was a pin cushion. So Casey stitched the three sides of the pin cushion. Means she has taken a cotton cloth, and she started stitching from the three sides. But now she was thinking what to fill it with. Means उसके अंदर क्या भरे? Now that was the question for her. The grandmother was out in the garden, and she wandered in mother's bedroom to look for scrap. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. Now, the biggest question in front of her, that what to fill in that cushion. मीन्स अब उसके अंदर क्या फिल करें. नाउ she went to the drawing room to find out her grandmother, but her grandmother was in a garden. So she went to her mother bedroom, where she found that some papers were on the bed. So she just taken up that what she thought to fill those papers. Now on the bed table she discovered great many sheets of fine paper. So she gathered them, she collected it up, and she tore it. Means she just tore मतलब फाड़ देना उसको, tear up कर देना. So she just tore that paper into small pieces, and she stuffed into it that three sides cotton cloth, and then she sewed up with the fourth side. Now that pin cushion had been ready. Now laboriously students means with a lot of effort or difficulty. Now again what she done, that night there was a hue and cry in the house. Now what is hue and cry? That hue and cry means angry protest, but means his father was in a very angry mode in the house. Father's great speech for the port authority had been lost. Rooms were searched, servants questioned. Finally mother came into Kezzy's room. Kezzy, I suppose you didn't see some papers on a table in our room? Oh yes, she said. I tore them up for my surprise. What? Screamed mother. Come straight down to the dining room this instant. Now what happened? When there was a hue and cry in the house, father was in a very anger mode because his great speech for the port authority which he has to deliver tomorrow was missing from her room, means from the father and mother room. So when everyone rooms were searched, servants were asked about that paper. Now mother went into Kezzy room and she asked from Kezzy that I suppose you didn't see some papers that is in my room. So now Kezzy said that, oh yes, I have seen it and I tore them up and I have filled it in my surprise box. Now her mother also screamed and what she said, that come straight down to the dining room this instant. Now the sixth paragraph, and she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro, hands behind his back. And well, he said sharply. Mother explained. He stopped and stared at the child. Did you do that? No, no, she whispered. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. See that child's put to bed this instant. Now, what happened when she was went down to the father's where his father was standing? Then his father was, what he was doing, he was in a very angry mood first of all, and then his father was what he was doing, he was putting his hand at the backside, and he asked in a very sharp mood that mother explained him that she had stared all the she had tore all the papers and fill it in something, and you should see it. Now her father asked and stared at the child, did you do that? No, no, she whispered, means she said that no, no. Now mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn things. So what mother said, that go and find out in his in her room. First of all, pacing means at a steady speed, and fetch means to bring down. Now she said that she said that go and we could find out in her bed. She might be hiding in the under the bed. Now the next paragraph I will explain you. Seventh paragraph. Crying too much to explain, she lay on in the shadowed room, watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. So she was crying too much to explain, and she was lying in the shadowed room watching the evening light making sad little pattern on the floor, means she was making a small, like she went to her room and where her father she went to her room, and when his father was coming, so she was crying, literally she was crying, and she was lying on the on her room on the floor. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hand. Now what happened, her father came in her room, and he was having a ruler in her hand. I am going to beat you for this, he said. Now he said that I am going to beat you for this. Oh no, no, she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. So she started screaming, shouted. She started shouting that no, no, and she hid herself under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. Now What her father does, he just pulled aside and sit up, he ordered, and he said that just come out from the under that bedside and sit up on the bed, and told out and hold out your hands. And he said to Kezzy that hold out your hand. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you. So what he said to her daughter that you must get punishment, and once you get the punishment, then from future you will not touch anything that does not belongs to you. ऐसा होता है ना, जब आपके पेरेंट्स आपको यही बोलते हैं अच्छा हुआ तुम्हें ये चीज़ें होनी चाहिए तुम्हारे साथ, अगर एक बार ये तुम्हें पनिशमेंट मिलेगी तो तुम नेक्स्ट टाइम से क्या करोगे, यू विल लाइक यू विल नॉट डू दैट थिंग. कहते हैं ना, अगर एक बार कहीं गिरते हो, साइकिल चलाते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ आई से दैट, अगर साइकिल चलाना तक कब सीखते हो, जब एक बार गिरते हो, जब आप गिरोगे तभी तो आपको पता चलेगा ना कि हमें कहाँ ब्रेक लगाना है, कैसे ब्रेक लगाना है. सो हर फादर ऑल्सो सेड that you must get once the punishment, and from the next time you will not touch what does not belongs to you. But it was for your birthday. Down came the ruler on her little pink palm. So as soon like when she said that कि that I had made for your birthday, तभी उसके father ने उसके हाथ पे he had given a ruler on her little pink palm. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. So after an hour, when grandmother entered her in her room, what she does is she wrapped her little girl in a shawl and she sat on the rocking chair where the child clung to her soft body, means उनकी गोद में सो जाना. ठीक है. Next paragraph 8. 8th paragraph, next line. What did God make fathers for? She sobbed. Now sobbed means student cried. रोते हुए, जब बहुत तेज हिचकिचाते हुए रोते ना, that is called a wept, cried. So what did God make fathers for? So Kezzy asked from her grandmother, what did God make father for? Here's a clean hanky, darling. Blow your nose, go to sleep, pet. You will forget all about it in the morning. So what her grandmother said, that just blow your nose from this hanky and now go for a sleep and you will forget everything in the morning. I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. So what she said to in a crying mode to her grandmother, that I tried to explain my father that why I had tore up that papers, but he was so upset tonight that he was unable to, like he was not listening to me. Next paragraph. But the child never forget. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. So now what happened next? But the child never forget this thing, means the punishment. So next time whenever she saw her father, she quickly put both hands behind her back and there was a red color flew into her cheeks. 9th paragraph. The McDonald lived next door. They had 5 children. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girl saw them playing tag in the evening. So the McDonald family was living next to their home, and they were like McDonald family had 5 children who were playing in the garden in the evening time. The father with the baby, Mao means the name of that baby, on his shoulder. 2 little girls hanging onto his coat pockets ran round and round the flower bed, shaking with laughter. Means that was a situation that was describing, means the environment, the situation, how McDonald family was playing in the garden with their children. And they were laughing also. Once she saw the boys turn the hose on him and he tried to catch them laughing all the time. And what she was like watching, that the kids were playing with their father, and they were laughing and giggling and smiling, and they were playing with the father. Whereas Casey's father, he was very strict, so he never play with her, even though he was like instead of playing, he was very rude and cruel towards her. Then it was she decided there were different sorts of fathers. So after seeing McDonald a family father, she thought that there were different sorts of father. Suddenly one day mother became ill, and she and grandmother went to hospital. So one day what happened, mother became ill and she and grandmother went to hospital. The little girl was left alone in the house with Alice the cook. That was all right in the daytime. So when one day what happened, Casey's mother fell ill and her mother and grandmother went to the hospital. So the little girl was left alone in the house with Alice the cook. So Casey was all right in the daytime, but it was not for the night. So this is the whole page number 34 and 35 explanation. Tomorrow I will be sending you the next two pages explanation, that is page number 36 and 37. Students, if you have not got anything, or if you don't understand anything, you can ask from me in the GMeet class or in the WhatsApp class. Till now I have explained you the chapter. Tomorrow again I will explain you the 2 pages of the chapter. Till then, take care and bye bye, and stay at your home safely.